Alright, I'm going to do a little channel update at the beginning of this video, and then I'm going to go into the Tennessee's in trouble. Yeah, I haven't been making videos in a while. It's been a week ago today that my mother passed away, so I haven't really felt like making videos in a while. So anyway, let's get to, let's see, what other channel update I got to do real quick. Money I'm trying to raise to start a business is not going good. Apparently, everybody thinks, well, not everybody, but I've got several messages from people that say, well, if you start this business, the government's just going to shut you down. Well, you know what? They shut it down. They're shutting down the Constitution. That means you won't be able to walk or take non-motorized traffic without being harassed. So if they shut that down, they're going to be shutting everybody down. Anyway, back to Tennessee's in trouble. There's an old saying that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I'm going to use Tennessee's new sheriff laws to put this forward. Recently, Tennessee made these outrageous qualifications to run for public office. I mean, they've gone beyond age and citizenship, you know, being a residency, and age qualifications to run for sheriff. They have now made it where you have to be a police officer, legal, you have to be a lawyer or paralegal. In other words, you have to be a member of the club before you can even run, which in effect tells the people you can only choose from people out of this certain club to vote for sheriff. So in effect, people of Tennessee no longer have a choice of who to vote for. And in effect, many sheriffs in the state of Tennessee are running unopposed. The majority of the sheriffs running unopposed belong to an organization called the Tennessee Sheriff's Association, which in effect is a union of sheriffs. So this union of sheriffs is also heavily sucking at the tit of the federal government. This union of sheriffs are against the people. They are arming themselves against the people they were sworn to protect. The oath of office that these sheriffs have taken in the state of Tennessee mean squat. They don't uphold their oath of office anymore. I have spoken to many deputies, you know, because here lately with all the crap going on my farm, and I'm going to cover that too at the end of the video, I've got to talk to several deputies. I've asked them, why don't they run for sheriff? Because they'll lose their job. I've also asked them, well, if you see one of your buddies doing something wrong and you stop them, why don't you stop them? If there's a few good cops, you know, I brought up that subject. If there's a few good cops, why don't they do something against the bad cops? Because they'll lose their job. If they go against the grain, they lose their job. They're in fear of losing their job for doing the right thing. So the Oath Keepers, unless the Oath Keepers are willing to lose their jobs, they're not really an Oath Keeper. And Tennessee is on its way to hell in a handbasket of what they, to the public, seems like a good idea. And I thought, well, yeah, it seems like a good idea until the effect. You see the effect of it? It is bad. Sheriffs are elected by the people of their county to represent them in their county. When they become an organization, uh, and share, you know, organizational stuff, which seems like a good idea, but then they're obligated to each other, and they're not obligated to the people that elected them anymore. And the same thing has happened with school superintendents and stuff like that. They all have to be teachers, which are a part of unions. Is why the school system is totally out of control now. The the water boards, the water utilities owned by the government, is operated by non-elected people. It's a bureaucracy that has no public oversight. This is how Tennessee is taking control away from the people. The people of the state of Tennessee are losing their control. And it's in our Constitution that all these officials raise their hand and swear to uphold, that they're not upholding their oath of office. Look at all the judges running for office. I've asked every single judge that has been running for office several questions about the Bill of Rights, not the United States Bill of Rights, but the ones in the state of Tennessee. And they are totally ignorant of the Tennessee State Constitution. Now, how can we elect a judge that's going to uphold and represent the people and justice when they don't even know the rights of the people of the state of Tennessee? Look at all the qualifications to run for governor. You got to have an accountant just to be able to run. That's why, you know, hey, I'm running as a write-in candidate, so I don't have to have no what do you call it? I don't have to have all that crap. I don't have to take no donations. I don't want to be beholden to nobody. If you want somebody that's not beholden to nobody, that actually knows where to find the Tennessee State Constitution, vote for David Sardi. Write my name in. Now, back to the problems on my farm here. For all of you people that have family and you've got stuff in your house that you want certain people to have things, like if you got a chest and you want that to go to Aunt Sally, you have a firearm, you want to go to Uncle Bill, you know, a certain one, make sure you specify exactly what you want to go to where. Because if you have children and you say in the will that everything goes to my children, you know what happens? The children are going to fight over it. I mean, here I got a brother. Didn't even wait till the dirt settled on my mother's grave before they called up on the first business day after the funeral and started threatening me. Well, you know, half the furniture in there is mine. All right. Well, he never even mentioned that the furniture and jewelry and guns that he already took out of the house to his house, all of a sudden that doesn't exist. In other words, he took all the jewelry, the guns, he took all the stuff that he thought most valuable was already removed to his house. But for some reason, that doesn't exist. The only fair way I know to do it is just cut the place in half. He can decide which half he wants. You know, I'll take the chainsaw out and with his knock it down. And, okay, which half do you want? But, you know, heck, seeing as that she hasn't lived here in 3 years, and he moved all her personal belongings to his house, there's technically no estate here. There's nothing here at this property. And he wants that too. So, you know, for all you people out there that have children, make sure your will specifies exactly who gets what. Otherwise, they're going to fight over it. Just learning from experience. And it's always the one that whichever sibling you got that sucks up the most is the one that you have to watch out for the most. Trust me, I'm not a good suck up. That's why I was always on the poop list. Anyway, back Tennessee in trouble. Tennessee is in major trouble in this election 2014. So, and if you got a will, make sure everything's in writing.